First designed on a tablecloth, the Mini came about in 1956 during a massive fuel shortage caused by the Suez Crisis. Sir Alec Izaguirre took on the task to design a cheap, small, fuel-efficient car. Coming up with an ingenious idea, he designed the Mini with the engine turned sideways, giving 80% of the car interior to the passengers. People even say the hinged number plate was for his wife for when she bought too much shopping. The size also made the Mini very agile, which interested John Cooper to build a Mini specifically for rallying. The Mini Cooper S was born and went on to win at the Monte Carlo several times. The Mini was a huge hit. In 1965, the 1 millionth Mini was made, 2nd millionth in 1969. By 1972, over 3 million Minis were travelling the roads. Situated just outside Edinburgh lies a little fishing village, Kenzie and Portseaton. It's home to a very unique car garage called the Mini Works. Specialising in the classic car itself, Mini enthusiasts Simon Drew, along with Ryan Sampson and Nick McLaren, make up the team that provide a second-to-none service. When first entering the yard, it is impossible not to be drawn in by the surroundings. Not like your average garage, the Mini Works is full of character with its vintage look and nostalgic feel. Shelves stacked high with endless parts and old rusty shelves scattered around the yard, it is not hard to figure out what type of garage it is.
I started a company that just restores Minis because that was my hobby, and basically it got so involved that like opening the doors to the public wasn't really much different, and it was the sort of burning question, if you never try it, you'll never know. So yeah, gave it a crack and still doing it. What started my interest in Minis was buying one when I was 16 and sort of trying to restore it and making a bit of a mess of it. And yeah, did it, sold it to somebody, and then got a better one, which was a Cooper, but none of the parts were right on it. So then the fascination trying to find out all the detail and the history of them, and yeah, it just sort of blossomed from there. I just got more and more into the detail and looking for bits and trying to build them better. Every time you restore one, you think, oh, I could do it better the next time. And it just, yeah, it was just a hobby. It got out of hand.
Over the years, Simon has managed to build up quite a collection of Minis. So much so, he's even lost count. If given it a guess, he reckons the figure is currently sitting around 15 to 20. In early 2014, a second Mini Works garage was opened, just along the road from the original site. This provides a cleaner environment for bodywork and assembles, whilst the old garage focuses on the mechanical aspect. It even features a showroom, giving you a chance to view their work.
I started doing Minis as a business in 2007, but been tinkering with Minis since about 1987. Yeah, I mean, we had a good scoop with Top Gear. Were looking for a car for, they were putting together an action-packed DVD, and they were looking for a Cooper S, and our name got mentioned for that. So yeah, we took one down for that. That was good.
For what could be one of the most remarkable finds in the history of Mini, evidence shows that Simon may own a very unique model.
Basically, there was a guy came down to the garage. He was trying to find a Mini. He'd had a tip-off about this old 1275 GT. He went to look at it, turned his nose up at it, and I basically said, if you don't mind, if you're not one, I wouldn't mind going to have a look at it myself. So I went to have a look at it. Sure enough, it was an early GT. Saw the chassis plate on it, and it had SPL, which I thought that's quite unusual. Didn't really know what that meant. And yeah, did a bit of research, and it's Special Products Longbridge, which signified a prototype car. It was handmade, like all the panels, the inner wings and stuff. Normally they're pressed into shape. These were all like joined together, all hand welded, just to get the initial shapes. But the number plate on it, it had a bigger plate on the boot than a standard one, and it sort of stuck in my mind. I'd seen one of them when I was at school. I used to walk past it every day, and right in the centre of Edinburgh. And when I was looking at the chap's house, I said, that car didn't ever used to park in London Street. And he sort of said it might have. Anyway, when I got the registration document back, sure enough, it was London Street, and that was like 20 years previous. I was walking past it every day.
It is amazing how a car that was launched in 1959, costing £497, has went on to be one of the biggest icons in both motoring and British history. It may come as a surprise to some, but there is still a high demand for the classic Mini. With enthusiasts like the Mini Works, there still will be for years to come.